welcome to lesson 34. And I'm so thrilled to be back in this space where I started my 60andMe videos. This is my regular online teaching space, but I wasn't able to be here for a while because we had some construction going on. But it is so great to be back because there's room here for my 88-key keyboard, and I've got shelf space for lots of music books. I've got my laptop in front of me where my digital music is easily accessible, and everything is just where it needs to be. And I've got some of my special things here, so it feels to me like a very appealing place. Everything is at arm's length. I have everything I need, and I love being in here. I've got windows, I've got the sun coming in the morning, so it's really ideal for me. Now, you may not have the ideal place for your keyboard or your piano. Maybe the piano is in the living room and you have to share that space with other family members. Maybe they watch TV and so you have to wait until you have a turn to use that room. It's not ideal. As some people have their keyboards kind of shoved in a basement or in a closet, and then they take it out when they're going to use it. Not ideal. What you really want is you want to have your keyboard in a place where you will see it, because out of sight, out of mind, sometimes you just don't think about practicing if you don't see your piano or your keyboard. So you do want it visible. You want it in the places where you walk through your house every day. On the other hand, it's great if it can be in a private place, maybe in your bedroom or in your office or in a place where you can close the door or at least be able to put on headphones, not bother other people, and be able to play. So some people have a piano in their living room, but also a small keyboard someplace where they can go to play if the piano's not available. I wrote a blog post about this called Mise en Place, because this is the same sort of thing that a chef encounters. So mise en place for chef means everything in its place. We've got the knives all accessible and they're clean and ready to go. And pots and pans are accessible and ingredients. So just the way a chef can create a meal from tools being easily accessible and neat and organized, so do we create our music from an organized space that feels appealing to us. So we really wanted to avoid what I see often with piano teachers is piles of music piled on top of their piano. Maybe that's all that you can do, but I can tell you, if you have to search through piles of music and you've only got 10 minutes to play, you may be wasting half of that time looking for your music or looking for your reading glasses or your middle distance glasses, usually is what we use for piano. So you want to have your glasses, you want to have your cup of water that's covered, some kind of a flask, easily accessible. You want your music to be organized so you can find it. So all of your tools should be easy to get to, and if possible, it's great to make your practice space feel like a really appealing space to you. So I've got some special things to me in this room. And again, I know I'm really lucky. This was a bedroom that my daughter was using and she no longer lives here, so I took it over for my teaching space. So I do have a lot of room here and I know I'm lucky. But even if you don't have that, it's great to just think about your space. So your piano or your keyboard, what's on the wall behind it? Is it some kind of a painting or picture or poster, something that you really like to look at, something that's soothing and relaxing? How can you organize your music and how can you make it an appealing space for you? So as you know, I like to light a candle. I like quiet, so I close the door, or I might use headphones. And whatever is appealing to you, maybe you can put some of those special things in your practice space, and maybe you're able to find a way to organize your music so that you can find everything and everything is in its place the way a chef's kitchen is laid out. So have a great 2 weeks and let me know what your thoughts are about mise en place, and how you organize your practice space to make it appealing to you. Okay, thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in 2 weeks for lesson 35. All right,